Hi everyone, back with more Star Rail. I'm gonna continue on with the new trophies mission, which has actually been on for a while. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm excited to see where this will take us. Okay, so double check that all my things are done. Yep.
Come on, can't we stay out a little longer?
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Aideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Aideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean... Mr. One Week, please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after-echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Alright, quite focus for now. Although overthink may be the others eat low consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discuss trash cans. Please do not use solar bottle caps so the dream jolt troop while experiencing the attractions. Handstand walks around floor beds are prohibited. Attention, conducts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily same here, just not yet reviewed.
No consumption
Low.
of food except for burgers. What? No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
Think of an idea ice cream vanished in one stomach.
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Huh?
What?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
The drunken queen seemed as I walked home with us, so it sliver off me.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Aideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dream Weavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something? Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Some pieces on offer credit from Bubble Hound.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Ugh. I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Ginger results the shots.
Luck's on our side.
It moves closer, pointing the soda bottle hanging in front of it towards the two.
Side. Looks like we scraped together just enough. Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
Wow.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
Shouldn't have done that since one is a full power punishment is now inevitable.
They can't be seriously going that far, right? No. Hey, look out!
Time for a buzz.
This is double speed.
It's on me. No dirty tricks, bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Time for a buzz.
Huh?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
This is double speed.
Time for a buzz.
All in.
Time for a buzz.
This is double speed.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Time for a buzz.
Uh-uh.
This is double speed.
All in. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Time for a buzz.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Alright, that's what we got when
discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
Ugh.
Something's happening. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
After echoes of order once installed firmly add to the chaos as tuner Sunday meets discern where the harmony of himself have been disrupted. So let me see something. Oh, it's a proofs. Right. Spam them all before his battle runs out. I survive. I can't remember that one. Ranking champ. Oh, it's a 5-star. It's a 5-star. Right off the bat. Goddamn Sunday. Right off the fucking bat. Alright, let's screenshot this. Just count those. Booyah. I'm gonna just quickly head out and ascend Sunday a little. And then hop back in.
All or nothing. Just don't abandon your principles.
Huh. Why you say all or nothing as well? And here. Right, that's good. Coins.
Stream forth the gleam.
On this arduous journey, we will see the stars.
Stream forth.
Yeah, well, now that I got somebody, I can pick a break from Stardew. It's like hell. Genshin. I also want to Stardew just because all the scales
Dream
end up
four.
missing something.
The gleam.
Really? God damn it, son. Finally.
On this arduous journey, we will see the stars.
Dream four. The gleam.
Incorporated. Oh shoot, I forgot what I was thinking of. Alright, alright, so have I done those? I have achievement? I have so much to clean. Damn. I'm loaded when things better happens. Let's get those. Oh wait, never mind. I should also check all runs. I'm sure it'll be done.
Dream four. The gleam of their blades.
Hey. Chill Express. See who's around. Hi, folk.
Honorary member? March 7th gave me a doll. It looks just like you.
Why did she give you a doll?
Well, I've been looking for a souvenir for Daddy since I boarded the Express. He's not so well, so he can't pay a visit himself. I was asking around to see if I could find anything. Then I bumped into March, and she gave me this doll. It's modeled after you, honorary member. You did a big favor for hooking Daddy, so I think this is a fitting gift.
Okay. 1 minute back.
Hello. I hope it's not too bold of me to ask. Do you happen to have any healing remedies? It's a tad embarrassing, but I managed to prick my finger while embroidering just now. At times, my eagerness gets the better of me. To truly capture the grace of the birds and flowers in the embroidery, one must be patient and adjust one's breathing. The cool touch has alleviated some of the discomfort. It feels a bit better now. I don't have much with me to offer in return. These little fancies I wear are what I embroider in my free time. I can craft some for you too if you like.
Let's see who's in the party car. Oh, Argenti.
Haha! Have you heard of space racing? A thrilling race among the stars can help calm high-strung emotions.
Is it like car racing?
A very precise comparison. But a cosmic racetrack is affected by various factors. It isn't exactly as stable as a terrestrial racetrack. Space racing is a battle of bravery and speed. When the engine's power reaches its peak, one's passionate fighting spirit will also be ignited. The next time there's a race, if you and the Express crew are interested in spectating, I will send everyone admission tickets. I hope that one day we will have the chance to meet on the racetrack.
Uncle and cause that would trigger stuff.
There are
Stuff.
quite a few curios on the Express that I've only seen in the catalogs, though I'll need to see them up close before I believe them.
Synthesizer?
I'm guessing that's one of the prototype synthesizers. There may be a curio code on its base. Omni makes it sound pretty capable, but the corporation released other models onto the market first. Know why? Well, why make Omni money when you can make ordinary money first? Huh. There's something weird about that sofa over there. Well, how come it lets you sit on it, but not me? Perhaps it has its own set of authorization mechanisms, and only those it recognizes are permitted to sit on it. Interesting. I'll have to have a closer look sometime.
Okay. Back to Sunday.
All this free time, why not
did
make the most
stop
of
it
it with a
after.
game?
Actually, what role does Sunday play? Patience on Sunday. Is he imaginary harmony? What the hell does harmony mean? Yes, and yes, some musicians. No, let's just try.
All or nothing.
Okay, how they went up there. Cool. Oh, right, it's an R.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa, it worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
Legend of Gods. Okay, let me check all these achievements. Dazzling Break. Okay, that's stars. Legend of Gods. Silence. Oh. Base. Okay. Human dreams.
is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go. This will be a long farewell.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
And it's here now.
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short
Shit,
sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
One day, unvisibly shares a story with Walt.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Oh, of course, his companions. Wait, can I get that? We'll come there. And you're finally getting elemental vision in Star Rail.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case,
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
there's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Oh, Fukui?
Or
I can't pronounce it. I can't remember how to pronounce
these
it.
ladies?
What the fuck? Why there's so many of Team?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Let's see, there's another Steam.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Oh, here goes Newton. Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Scruello. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I'm sure if all you geniuses showed up to the Charming Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless after all. I wrote to her hoping that all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphoras is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right, so this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clues about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance's technology after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ron May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Kalanga Abyss to bring back the Leviathan's carcass back for a new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much of an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ron May's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, but one that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Xianzhou, considering her unique position in the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Ting Yun better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
Apparently, there are many Ting Yuns here with us.
You don't have to tell him that. He can see for himself. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting Yun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
We failed the challenge terribly. I still wanted more candies. Behold, the laughing maniac, March 7th.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting Yun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting Yuns right in front of us.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Your bigger thesis.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Well, force them in on what is true.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
He was a worthy opponent.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
I bet you is easy to communicate with. That's hilarious.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
I want to clone copies of myself too.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yoons here.
Okay, before I continue on this, what time is it? Yeah, I want to, oh, you know, never mind. I'm stuck here anyway.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal.
But then again, gifts should be lasting.
What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
Hey. Money grabber Tingyun. Seems completely oblivious of what I miss. Everything else just standing there, mostly operating the cash flow, occasionally letting out an excited laugh.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Invincible fan wielded.
Huh? Ugh, yikes! She's scary! No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Lol. Kitty Tingyun.
Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise? Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
I have run out of Tingyuns to talk to.
Oh, were you...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, were you all looking for me? Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is... it's nothing special, really.
There she is. This is also the side of Miss Tingyun.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage...
Know that there are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as
Oh, the thing
assurance,
could
you can have my
there's the
friend here
player.
perform the task in my stead. 1 week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
You had your entrance like that.
Yoon, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
What? Balance the sense for the eyes from some of the chaos for the universe with the voice of legends.
Don't be afraid.
There's anything that the creed.
Afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Yana.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Okay. I for now. Alright.
This haven
Where
of
am I?
memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
I want to get this achievement. It'll be on this side of the map. Or the three
Haven
classrooms.
of memories. Every touch,
Maybe switch
every moment
teams.
is like a thorned rose.
It's important to get
So I heard the Fortune Academy lecturer saying that you were just sitting in. The lesson is about to start. Hurry up and find a seat. Thanks for the reminder, I'm going now. As the saying goes, the first step is always the most difficult. After enduring the previous lesson's trial by fire, you hit the next lesson with brimming confidence. Economics require a certain level of basic understanding, so it's normal to not understand. Surely drawings are not a huge challenge for you, it's just hobby. Alright, vastly overestimate your own abilities. You understand the drawing on the blackboard, or what's a positioning axis or an elevation symbol, and what's an outward line. The harder you stare at the board, the more the lines start to blur before your eyes. Don't ask why people still get tired in the dream. It's probably because of the power of knowledge. You tend to just sit beside you, hoping to return to consciousness with some friendly banter, only to see the precise profile of your Intellitron classmate entrenched in deep concentration. This one has his head droopy, tracing the streaks above the images with intense swishing of his pen on his notebook. You suddenly sense an almost sacred atmosphere. This one is so devout, so respectful of knowledge, so much so that the mere notion of your offending disruption would be a sin. Stell, would you like to repeat where I just left off? You're asking me, but who can I ask? Good answer. You're dismissed for the next class. Watch your behavior and stop looking around during class. Forget it, the Intellitron fella beside you, you answer. I choose C. You lot might as well not come to class if you won't listen. You really think your grades will look nicer just because you have full attendance? Glance at your solemn-faced lecturer who's already ignoring you, and your silent neighbor who's trying his darndest to reduce his presence. This shouldn't be happening. You of course know that curiosity killed the cat, but you are not a cat. You also know that curiosity can also suffocate a trailblazer. Catch everyone off guard and surreptitiously peek around. This is blocking? Shh, but pipe down, the teacher's looking over here again. Shrink under the lecturer's steely gaze, but they are also fascinated by the scene unfolding before you. Those smooth lines, exquisite penmanship, characters that leap off the page. What do you call it? This person is a fan art master. You like my comic? Delighted by what you see, you express your love for the original quality works and the artist's comics before you in a hushed voice. The silent Intellitron is no longer silent and gushing, and happily converses with you in a similarly low whisper. The class ends amidst your whispering, a class that's both fulfilling and joyful. You think that maybe you've fallen in love with attending classes. I just saw the professor shake his head, that's hilarious. Okay, so, I'm gonna do this one more time.
It's important to get famous as soon
Or not? What? Hang. Oh, teleport to another map. Okay.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game? All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
It's important to get famous as soon as
There we go. No, there's a lot of weird students. Charmony Academy lecturer. Ah, yeah, that's Cell, right? Glad to meet you in person, and I hope you enjoy my class. I'm starting to like it. Because with such a warm and kind teacher, you're sure the lesson won't be hard either. You enthusiastically look forward to the class. Who are you? You are a good friend of the superstar singers Robbins, a loyal listener of the Express's phonograph, composing a mere melody reality challenging to you. Yes. Alright, it really is a challenge. Honestly, 2 classes have come and gone. You should already have learned how to be smart, right? Why not take a gander at your neighbor instead? You might have another great conversation. Hmm? What did you say? I don't understand. Of course, as a chosen linguist, you always enjoy books before origami birds, but this does not hinder the fact that you completely don't understand what this bird is trying to communicate. Tweet, tweet, tweet. You can never awaken someone who's pretending to be sleeping. Similarly, the Cetisia beacon will never be able to translate a bright, but still too early to perhaps give my translation. Look around, but apart from you and that lecturer, no one else around the classroom is a normal person. Yes, very much so. Look at it, you're tired. Maybe people will never be able to understand each other, or maybe you never belonged in this class in the first place. A paper ball falls on your desk with a soft thud. Oh, you know this move, an essential tool for clandestine comms in class. Classroom experiences become much more fruitful now. Recently, cosplaying in class has become a trend at Charming Academy. As long as you're not causing a ruckus during class, you can rock any character out of your pets, will you be joining in on the fun? That's right, shouldn't one be as carefree and unfettered in the dream? You're not the one who is incapable of fitting in those blasted habitual thoughts of yours. You decide to join your classmate. Role play as fuck. Hey, TikTok, my friend Clocky is here. Read. Your performance is impeccable, Stell, but please keep it down and not disrupt the class for others. Many people can still understand one another eventually, and this class still has a place for you. Just like that, amidst a united, harmonious atmosphere, your classroom experience comes to a satisfactory close. As for the class that you didn't understand from start to end, honestly, apart from that Dreamweaver Academy lecturer, who cares about those lessons? So, how was your class? Anything fun? Spill it. The class at Charmony Academy. Super fun. The entire classroom is full of cosplayers. My deskmate is an origami bird. Much freedom. I also want to attend the class after hearing all this you said. I've checked the class schedule. On to the classroom of academic. This one. You don't want to start for another one, sweet. Don't call her. Please don't call her big sister. Okay. Well, oh man, who's next? Okay. For now, I think I'm gonna end my stream here. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to hop in and clear a ton of Genshin content. See y'all next time. Bye.